You are tuned in to the Total Makeover program series with the amazing, phenomenal, and empowering health coach of the highest caliber, Remy.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of the TMP series for healthy, happy, and better living. My name is Remy Owadokun, and I am a certified health coach and weight loss expert. Today's topic is how to build forgiveness into your life, and I'm going to be telling you a number of stories to better explain my title. Vivian lived in a place where there was a lot of flood. Okay, she lived in Lagos, so anytime that it was a rainy season, the water levels would rise and then it would affect her house. However, when she moved over there, it was during the dry season, so she had no idea that things got that bad in the area where she lived. However, Vivian is a nice girl, so at work she was one who always remembered to get people's gifts. She remembered people's birthdays. She helped organize surprise parties. She remembered her boss's birthday. She knew her boss's wife's birthday. She knew her boss's children's birthdays. Yeah, she was cool like that. So one day the rainy season started, obviously, and her house got flooded. Yeah, the house got flooded. I mean, not like flood where the carpet gets wet, like it got to like window level. Most of the things in our house got spoiled. Well, not most, I think everything. I think the only things that were unaffected were the frames on the wall. So it was pretty tough for Vivian. So she called the office and said, "I'm so sorry, please give me this week. Please give me this week to, arrange myself, because there's no way I can get to work before all my clothes are ruined, everything is damaged, I don't even have where to stay." It was pretty tragic. And they said, "Okay, Vivian, that's fine." And then she was happy, at least she had 1 week to sort things out. She was beginning to make phone calls to her parents. "This is what's happening, what do I do?" The next morning, Vivian had been able to get rid of the water, so she slept at home. And then the next morning, she heard a knock on the door, and the office had sent a number of representatives to her house. Vivian got a check of 250,000 naira. Okay, Vivian also got the keys to the company's guest house for her to stay. Okay, and she also got 1 month paid leave to be able to sort herself out. And up till today, from what I hear, nobody ever got that ever in the office. And even after that happened to Vivian, nobody else got that much. I don't know what word to use. Is it favor? I guess for lack of a better word, that is what she got. But Vivian didn't just get it because Vivian is Vivian. Vivian got it because she had built forgiveness into her relationships. Vivian had invested, not knowing that one day her house was going to get flooded. No, from what I hear, Vivian is not the only one who had a flooded house. Although her own case was quite peculiar. The other people, it wasn't really that tragic. It's just the road that leads to the house and a few things. But hers was the worst, and nobody got the things that they got. And I hear that also in her office, her boss is very stingy, but somehow, for some reason, he wasn't stingy towards Vivian. And just to let you know, that is an example of building forgiveness into your relationship, especially in your workplace. And of course, there is Victor. I know all the V's. Victor forfeited a lot of luxuries when his friends were traveling on holidays, when people were buying new cars. He didn't do all of that. Actually, the car that he finally bought for himself, he used as an Uber, and he was the one who was driving. Yeah, so when everybody was traveling to London and everywhere else for holidays, he used his holiday budget from the office, his holiday allowance, to invest in buying a car. And when Uber started in Nigeria, he decided to buy an Uber, and he decided to buy a car and use it for Uber. And people were like, why are you driving an Uber? I mean, you have a job. So he would leave the office, and then as soon as he got in the car, he started Uber driving. Okay. In 1 year, he was able to raise ₦1 million from savings and from driving the Uber. Okay. And then he was able to use that amount of money to invest in real estate. Okay. Now, 2 years later, is it 2 years? I don't remember, but let's assume that it's 2 years. 2 years later, his office, because of the recession, the office closed down. Yeah, they couldn't survive the recession because it was a foreign company and they weren't making any money, so they left Nigeria. And everybody there became jobless. Now, he still had a car and he had a property, so he continued his Uber driving, and he was able to sell off his property for twice the amount, buy another property, and invest the rest while still Uber driving. So what Victor did was build forgiveness into his finances. Okay, so hopefully you understand what I mean by building forgiveness. I'm going to use health for example. Okay, I'm going to use weight loss for example. My normal BMI range, for me to be my normal best BMI range, I had to be 73 kg. But I decided to go to 70 kg because I wanted to build forgiveness into my weight loss, into my health. I wanted to have Christmas. I wanted to have a new year. I wanted to have birthday parties without thinking of, oh, if I eat too much of this today, I might just gain everything that I've lost over the last 2 years. Okay, that's an exaggeration. But of course, there are going to be times when I can't work out as much as I want to. There are going to be times when I don't have access to kind of meals that I want to eat. And there are going to be times when I just don't feel like eating clean or training hard. Okay, and I want to be able to eat without feeling like I'm compromising my waistline. So what I do is I build forgiveness into my weight, to my health, by losing just a little more weight, so that if I ever have to add anything, I'm still within the perfect and recommended BMI for somebody my age, my height, and my sex. So hopefully I've been able to explain, and I'm encouraging you today to build forgiveness in every area of your life. It could be in your spirituality. There are going to be days when you just don't feel like praying. There are going to be days when you just don't feel like meditating. There are going to be days that you just feel like reading. You want to make sure that you've invested enough in your spirituality so that when you can't do the things that you need to, you are not suffering. You need to build forgiveness in your academics. You don't have to wait till a day before the exam. What if a day before the exam you have a flood in your house and you can't read? Okay, you want to make sure that you've read enough, and so that when you get to the exam hall, you are prepared. Okay, so you need to make sure that you're building forgiveness in every area of your life. And that is what I mean by building forgiveness in your life. And that's what I mean by everything else that I've been saying. So today I encourage you to please build forgiveness into your life. Because the time is going to come when you're going to need to dig deep into your forgiveness bank account. And you want to make sure that it's not in negative. Until next time. Stay healthy.
You are tuned in to the Total Makeover Program Series with the amazing, phenomenal, and empowering health coach of the highest caliber, Remy.